Hello fellow RVers, this is Gary and Sharon with Ruff Road RV Life. Hey, we got the Ruffs in the car, right there. We like looking at freedom, and our travels have brought us to Delaware, Ohio, to this state park right here, Alum Creek State Park, A-L-U-M. And this thing is massive, it's monstrous, it goes all over everywhere. We're gonna do the best we can to give you a tour of this park. And right there is where you check in.
There's the Ruffs. Hey, Luna. Okay, they have a gatehouse, so it's actually a camp store that you check in. And we're gonna hit A first, but coming right up here, you see the nature center straight ahead.
And the playground.
And the playground, yes. And right beyond the playground are the dump station and the fuel stations. This is another park that unless you have full hookup sites, you will not have water at your site. But there are some full hookup sites.
But you will have electric.
You will have electric. There are horseshoes right there. Oh, there's all kinds of things in this area. There's volleyball, basketball, I think. Anyway, there's things to do. So here through that path we just passed, that is the amphitheater where they have events, and here's A1. That was our site for the first 2 days we were here. A2 is across the way. This is a massive park. So it is gonna be a drive-through to show you. So these are the A sites through here, and these A sites are electric only. I'm gonna go all the way down and check them out. And I'll show you some of these as we go along. There's A9, A11. You can see different signs pointing one way or the other. There's sites on both sides. A19, so that must have been A17.
You got A10 on the left, A12.
A21, A23. So because we have so much, we're going kind of at a clip. A27, A29, but you get the idea. These places, the sites are huge. They're nice. You've got a picnic table, a fire ring with a grill. They're paved. And there we just passed A24 on the left. Now we are at a crossroads. So here is A41. There's A45. And A47. A32, and again there are sites on the left. A34, so you can see how they're spaced apart. You see those sites on the left and the sites on the right.
They're all pretty much the same to me. It looks like.
They are private. There's a bathhouse to the left there. Now that's Road F is to the right, but we were going to go back out A and go to B.
Come back to B. So,
yes.
So which way is that? This way?
That way. So right down there is F. We'll check that out in a minute, and we're going to head to B. So we'll get to see some of the other sites on the other side of A. So let's see if we can keep up. A24, A20, A18, A14, there's another bathhouse, A12, A10, and A8. The C sites are that way. We're coming to Road B right here.
These are your full service sites?
Yes. Okay, so what you need to know about Row B is they're full hookups. There's B3. There's B4 over there. You know, it doesn't really matter what these are.
No, because we're all pretty much the same.
Yeah, they are full hookups. So if you're going to be here for a few days, it's really nice to be in this spot.
They're all like nestled in shrubs and trees, so.
Yeah, and there are folks out, so we are not, we don't typically take pictures of folks while they're out in their campsite. B14. Try to catch them with no one in them, but that's kind of hard on this loop. Looks like a buddy's side right there. B19. There is a pond on the other side of those trees. And here's B21. So there you can see what the full hookup sites look like. There's B22 over there. And there we are, B24 right there, where the fifth wheel is, and we are B26. And then you have sites on the other side as well. As you can see, these full hookup sites are popular. Now these on the end down here, we're going to be getting into some water view. I could not read that one. A B37. So now we are in the premium waterfront sites. So these are not sewer sites. These are just waterfront, electric only. And there's folks sitting out because they have waterfront. B34 is right there. Whoops, and there are some folks right there. Can't get that one. All right, I'll try to maybe get some shots of these on the end down here. Oh, that's one there, B40. Okay, we've come around. You can see B33 over there where that Airstream is. Ooh, Glairesville. The bathhouse is right there, and there we are again at B26. Nice site. Here's one that's unoccupied. B22. There's B20 where that fifth wheel is. Little parking area. Bathhouse. Dumpsters. Okay, we're coming on out of the B loop. B14. B14. Here's an empty one. P4. There's people out, there's people walking, and the sun's glaring. So what I was going to say was, we trying to combat the glare, we thought we would do these in the evening, but that does mean that more campsites are full. All right, we're back out here to the A loop. We're going to come around to C Road, Road C. C is going to have some cabins, but these are all electric, no water sites. There's C1. Yeah, we'll check those out in a minute. And there's C6 and C8 and C10, C7, C9, C11 and C13, and here are the cabins. Check them out. I don't know what numbers they are. 15, that was cabin 15. That's cabin 17. Got woods behind you. Well, here's some water. Well, that's pretty. C19, looks like part of that pond that we saw. All right, this is back to Road B. This is where we just were. C21, we just flipped around back there to go back C loop. So going back by the other side that we did not get. There's cabin number 18. And there's cabin number 16. There's C12. C10. I think I was showing you these. Well, there's folks on the other side. C6. We turned back around, came to Road F, to Road G, and Campers Beach. Electric only sites here. F1, F3, and F5. There's sites on the right and the left. So okay, so we're going to continue on F, so you can see it on both sides. F is, yeah, they're all electric. There's F12. And we might miss one or two, but we're trying to do the best we can with this giant park. F15. There's E3. There's some full hookup sites down this one. There's one of the cabins, E5. There are some folks on the left, E7, electric only. There's E11. We'll fill you in on the full hookups at the end of the video. E13, because we may not be able to show you all of them that are scattered about. E15. And over here we have E29, E20, E22, E24, and E26, and E28. I'm dizzy.
Yeah.
E30. And there's a little path that goes between campgrounds. And here is E29. Okay. And we'll try to catch some of these full service sites on the way out. I'm not sure.
I know the one on the end was Minnesota Sewer Hose.
Okay.
There's one. That's one there.
E10.
There's one there too.
Yes, E10, E8. It looks like it starts at E14. So E14, E12, E10, E6, and E4. Full hookup sites. We're going to head back to the right and catch G. So G and Campers Beach. So G2, there's G1 right there. Again, on the right and the left, and there's one of the bathhouses. There's G10, G5 on the right, G12, G7 on the right. So nice deep sites, wooded. As you can see, to me, these sites just pretty much look the same. They're nice and level.
Yeah, it doesn't matter right or left.
These are electric only. There is G17. There's G24. There's the bathhouse. G19. G21. So there's some sites around this little loop here. There is G29. There's G31.
If you want to be close to the beach, G31.
You can drive down there. G31 right there. You're right by the beach. So at the end of G, those are good sites to be close to the campers swim beach. Surprised nobody's out here right now. So there you go, the campers swim beach. So you can see the sites in this little loop. Close to the beach. It's nice.
G cul-de-sac, you're close to the beach.
G cul-de-sac if you want to be close to the beach. Electric only. It's 26. 24. 22. 18. 16. It's probably 14. And 12. So look at the fairy lights. They're so pretty. There is G6. I think that was a 6. And here is G4. And the last one on here is G2. And we come
We've
to a
already
stop.
done C. Okay.
And we're back to C. Let's see where we're at. Oh no, this is F. F6, F6, F4. We're not all the way back to A yet. F2. So just to see a few of those. I don't know if I've shown them or not. I'm like so confused right now. So that's C Road. C4, we're heading back to 8. We're trying to get to Road A. There it is right there. So here are some A's you may not have seen. A4 and A2. These are electric only. And then here is a dump station. A better look at it than through the other side of the windshield. And some of the activities. They have a volleyball net. This is coming into the J section. There's J2. Okay, I'm going to focus on the right so I won't make you dizzy. There are sites on the left.
But they're cookie cutter from the right.
Yeah. J7, J9, J11, J13, J15, and then you can see some other sites here. And if you walk right through this little path that we're about to see, that will take you to the B area. We're kind of going uphill, but this path right there is a lake, and that goes to B section. And here is a peek at the lake. And there's a peek at the Ruffs. We do love our drive-abouts until we dead. And here is the boat ramp. Boat ramp right there. And the lake. And we're heading on to the next sections.
It's like a whole nother park.
Yeah, so we're, it is like a, Mr. D said it's like another whole park. We're going to go down here and catch the Jays whenever we get to them. And this park is spread out. We will fill you in on that in the wrap up. It is very spread out. All right, entering the Jays area. Jays are electric only, no water, no sewer. There's J21. There's J23. And we're gonna keep going straight. We'll check out L, R, and K on the way back. So you see there's sites on the other side. Sites on the right, sites on the little bouquet of flowers somebody left there. And these look a little uphill to me on the left there.
Yeah.
J30, yeah, they do. They seem to be a little bit smaller over here too. That little area we just passed. Keep going straight. We'll catch M on the way back. J34, J33 right there. But of course, always check your dimensions when you're booking. J35, J37. Ooh, this is nice and wooded back up here. J39, J38, J40. Brings us back out here and catch some of these on this side. J36 and J34. So these are the M sites. M is a small loop, and not sure what number we're on right here. M5 is right there. So those towards the end were kind of open. This is it. And the cul-de-sac. I think the water's out that way, right? Looks like it is. M10. M11. And then we wind our way on out of here. There's M6. Check out those woods. How many of you like woods? I love woods. There is M4 and M2 right next to the bathhouse. K1. The bathhouse on that side. K2 K3. So there's K5, K7, bathhouse, K9, K9. We had a dog named K9. K11. Oh, there's some water there. K13, you can walk right to the water. Oh, and then this is a busy cul-de-sac. Okay, well, a lot of folks out, but there's A23 and the water beyond that. So these are some nice water sites.
K cul-de-sacs seem to have some water access.
Yes. And those are premium waterfront sites. That makes sense. So just a playground over there, swings, and a few more K sites. And then we're heading on out of the K area. That camper we just passed is K6. Here is K4. And which way we want to go? Check out R? Let's go check out R. As best we can. I see a lot of tents up ahead. There's R1.
Tara's bunny.
Right there's a bunny. R7. Oh, they're licking their lips. Why are y'all licking your lips? That's not nice. R9. R10. And that brings us back out to Road J. Road L. I think this might be the last one.
I think so.
Okay, we are...
That was a host.
Yeah, so there's what it looks like here. And here is L3. And again, you've got them on the right. These are more open, but they still have woods around them. L5. So there you can see a good look at the sites on both sides. There is L9. L11. There's a trail. L13. Ah, it's more premium sites. They have some water fills I'm seeing too. And again, on this little area here, L15, you're close to the water, but I'm not sure if you can get through the brush to get to the water. And there's L18. L19. It's pretty thick around here, so. And then we'll see the other side on the way out. L12. L10. L8. L6. L4. L2. And we're back.
Well, I think we're done.
Yes, I think so. Okay, on the way back to Ruff Road, there's a lake. So there is another swim beach out of this park. There is a dog park and a dog swim beach that's part of this park, but you have to drive to get there, just like the other swim beach.
It's probably, what, 5 miles?
Yeah, so this park's very spread out. And I'm not sure, be very careful with your directions because our GPS sent us beyond this campground.
Yeah, if you see a sign, follow it.
Yes. Wrap up coming up soon. Stay tuned. There's a cemetery there, also stay tuned to the wrap up and hear a fun fact about the past and this lake and the cemetery.
Well, folks, that was our huge drive about of Alum Creek State Park here in Delaware, Ohio. As you can see, there was numerous loops. And we started out in A1, which was electric only, which was right by the dump station, nature center, everything, check-in place, and
The amphitheater that had coffee and donuts
yes,
and pancake breakfast on the weekends.
mini golf course is right around the corner, and we liked that spot, except for the fact that it wasn't a full service spot.
And there's a little creek that runs behind it.
Yes.
It's very wooded, very nice.
So we stayed there a couple of days, and then we moved over here to B26, the B Loop, which is a full service site. Now, both sites we leveled up really well, no problem. Our Verizon service is pretty good at either site we were at. We had no problem with that. As far as walking our dogs in the park, the campground, you just have the campground roads, and I think there's a nature trail or something.
Yeah, there is a nice trail that goes along the lake, and it's really pretty. We saw deer.
Yes.
That was cool, and bunnies.
But for the most part, it's around the campground here. It's like riding bikes and all that.
Yeah.
As far as the camp, they do have a playground here, sand volleyball, they have basketball. Of course, I already said they had a mini golf thing over there. They have the nature center, camp store at the where you check in at. It's there, and they have little supplies and stuff like that there.
Mm-hmm. And they have a camper's beach and a camper's boat ramp here.
Right. Now, other things I've noticed they do here at the park is on Saturday morning, they had a pancake breakfast from 8 to 10 for the campers here in the park. And then they also had, I think it was Saturday and Sunday, they had coffee and donuts.
Yeah, that was Sunday, was the coffee and donuts. Saturday was
Pancake breakfast.
And they also had a live concert Saturday night. Was it Saturday night?
Saturday night from 6:30 to 8. They had a trio playing some old type rock and roll music, and in the amphitheater, which is right behind our A1, our campsite over there.
Super convenient.
Right. And they also do other things around here on a monthly basis, depending on what's going on, et cetera, like that.
Right. I know usually there's like park tours, ranger-led tours. I thought I saw a ranger leading a group of kids the other day.
So before we venture out of the campground, do you have anything else for the campground itself?
Yes, there's so much to this campground. Just so you know the scope of it, there are 286 sites.
And how many loops?
11 loops that I counted. They're not all, so you're not, if you're looking for D, there's not a D, there's not a H or an I, but they're named by alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
And so these are wooded, some are sunny, and you have like a lot of privacy. I'm not sure any sites. There might have been a handful of sites that were a little more open, but pretty much you have your own little private space.
Pretty much they're all about the same, whether you're on the right side or the left side. They all got big space. I have a paved pad here.
Yeah.
And I have a concrete patio right over here. Fire ring over there. So.
Yeah, super nice
grass.
Sites. Picnic table. These sites are 20, 30, 50 amp sites. They do not have water, but the full hookup sites have sewer and water. But you also need to know that if you were here off season, which is off peak is November 1st through April 15th, then only certain loops are open. So you have to pay attention to that. The bathrooms are closed and there's no water. So you'll have to bring your own water. But you can still get a sewer site.
The sewer sites are mainly on B Loop.
Right. So the other sewer sites besides B Loop, all of B Loop except there's like at the end of each loop is like a little cul-de-sac, and on some of these loops, those are the premium Lakeview sites, and so in B Loop, those do not have sewer, but they're premium Lakeview sites. That's sites 30, 32, and 34 through 43. All the rest of B Loop has sewer.
Right.
On E Loop, it's E4, E6, E8, E10, E12, and E14. Those are going to be your full hookup sites on E Loop.
Now I will venture an opinion here, and this is just an opinion on me. The premium waterfront sites to me are not very waterfront. So don't expect to be able to walk out onto the water.
Yeah, I think they have pictures on the website and you can check them out because a couple of them were like right there on the water, really nice. And a couple of them, maybe you could peek through the trees.
Yeah.
Maybe certain times of the year it's more open and you can see.
Yeah, one was about the size of a boat ramp for a single boat.
Yeah. So it's just take a look and see
Yeah.
what those are. There's several premium sites in the campground, and they're electric only, and they're at the last little cul-de-sac of some of the loops, and that's where you have more access or more of a chance to get a water view.
Chance to get a water.
It's just so you know about the camper cabins, they do have AC and heat. You have to bring your own linens, but they have a microwave and a little fridge. And that price ranges between $45 and $70. Now, if you're wondering about the prices on the campsites, for the electric sites, they're $33. Our full hookup sites are $46, and the premium sites are $35. And again, those cabins are $45, but they do have a bigger one that is $70. Now, there's other parts to this park that aren't right here easy to get to from the campground area.
Yeah. You have to drive out what we call busy road.
It's a very busy road, 55 miles an hour, and everybody knows where they're going.
So, outside of the park, and you have to drive to it, they do have a very, very, very huge dog park.
Massive.
And then right next to the dog park, they have a dog beach, which is fenced in, so you can let your dogs run there and they won't run away. And it's a big area for the dogs to swim and play in. It's not just a little space, it's a big space.
All the spaces are amazing. They have a place for little dogs, and then they have a place for big dogs. They have water there. People bring water out there in jugs so that you can, and a lot of water dishes, so you have access to water while your pup is running around.
Very nice dog park, very nice dog park beach.
Yes.
Now, speaking of beaches, they do have a beach in the park.
Yeah, they have a beach in the park. They also have a beach outside the park. We went there to hike the Storybook Trail.
Yes.
If you don't know Ohio State Parks, they have this cute idea. They have this little trail, and there's a storybook, and you can read a story as you do the walk. We went there.
We've went to 3 of them now, and they all have 16 signs.
Yes, and they're very cute. But anyway, it was packed.
It's a massive beach. It's not just a little 2, 3, or 4 car parking. No, it's a big parking lot.
This is the one outside
the park.
of the campground area.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it's huge.
Yeah, it's we were a little bit, whoa, there were like 2 food trucks there that we saw. There were probably more.
Yeah, there was some music going on and
grilling,
all kinds of stuff.
yes, they had looked like they had a DJ there.
So there is a big park outside, the big beach outside the park, but they do have a campground beach too.
And they have hiking trails, biking trails, and equestrian trails. They even have an equestrian camp at somewhere. I don't know where it is. But all of those are outside of the park as well. The only thing that's here is, I think there's maybe a couple of trails. There might be one off of one of the loops, but we couldn't find it. So you have to drive out of the park, and there's not like an easy way to, well.
No, I'm saying 2 to 5 miles, but you can't bike because there's no bike path. It's just a busy road.
Yeah, well, there is a bike path after a while, but I think you have to get on the road a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So.
But we're like, man, it's okay. Kayaking, you can kayak here. And if you are a traveler or tourist just coming through, you can drop your kayak in the water and paddle around. Because Ohio State Parks, they require, their wildlife department requires that the kayaks be registered or something like that. But that is only if you're staying in Ohio. So no worries if you're traveling through. Go ahead and kayak.
And there's a Walmart 7 miles away if you need whatever. And wherever there's a Walmart, there's other stuff too. I did not go to the Walmart in this store. We did not need to, but I did look it up, and there is one 7 miles up the road.
There's also a marina and a restaurant.
There you go.
Now, we were told at the last place we were at, Sunset Springs RV Resort, RV Campground, the owners there suggested we check out this draft beer place. And I'll put the name right here because I don't remember the name, but they said it's a really cool experience. They have like craft beers there, but we had so much to do here, we didn't go. So letting you know, and there's probably some other things. I think I saw a winery. We didn't get out of the area because we just hung out here and enjoyed the space here.
And I will say one thing, the weather here has been fantastic. We're looking at the upper 50s, low 60s at night and mid 70s during the day.
Yeah.
Maybe 82, 81 at the most.
Perfect sitting outside weather. It's been amazing.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
Oh,
okay, so we have a trivia story, something you may not know about.
Trivia. Oh, I know this one. Alum Creek Reservoir was created in 1970.
Yes.
And they flooded it. There was churches, places that people lived, and there was 4 cemeteries. When they went through all the protocols and all that, they dug up the cemeteries, the graves, and moved them to Delaware. Or they thought they did. What happened?
So in 2009, wooden caskets started floating up the reservoir because they had missed a few.
I think there was 10 caskets in a steel vault and something else that just
they came
finally worked their way up and floated to shore.
And I think, was it 7 remains that they
something like that.
That they were able
they
to
missed
get,
a section in one of the cemeteries, and over a period of time the dirt reverted away.
There's also a commemorative plaque here on one of the roads that designate an area where an old fort stood, a small fort, and you can read about that.
So if you're out there on the lake, it's a 3,400 acre lake, so it's pretty good size.
Beautiful
Just
lake.
keep an eye out for a floater. What else we got after our little trivia thing? I think we're done, aren't we?
That is it.
Okay.
This is another.
This is probably going to be a forever video, but
massive Ohio State Park. But their state parks are so nice. We are loving Ohio
we have
State
been
parks.
like to Findlay, to the Maumee Bay, and then we're here, and all of these parks have just been one massive park after another massive park.
Yeah.
They haven't been like the little 2-loopers, 100 campsite parks with, a playground.
Yeah.
All these parks that we've been going to in a row here lately are all huge.
They're very nice. They're well done. I don't think the prices are out of this world. And the only thing is, if you're non-resident, there's not a discount for you. They don't charge extra for anything else electric like Florida does. They don't charge extra for bringing your car in here and parking
like
and
Michigan
tacking it
did.
on. No added extra fees. Thank you, Ohio State Parks. We appreciate it. Some states do that. Colorado, they'll tack on a fee. I know there's others, but anyway, I think Oregon started charging more for non-residents. So every state has their thing, but Ohio's
pretty good.
We've been pretty pleased with Ohio. Thank you, Ohio.
So I guess after we thanked Ohio, we're going to thank all of you all for tuning in and watching our videos. And click like and subscribe if you would. We appreciate every one of you for doing it. And we hope we're providing a good service for you.
And let us know. We appreciate the feedback.
If you all like Ohio State Parks, let us know that too. Which state do you think is the best state parks?
And speaking of Ohio State Parks, is there a must-see Ohio State Park? Because we kind of like Ohio. I think we might be back.
Yes. With that being said, this is Gary and Sharon. Ruff Road RV Life. We like looking at freedom. Safe travels, people.
Happy
Take care.
The great exodus right there.
We're lined up.
They're coming and a going. On the road to our next stop on this pretty canopied road.